Hello class, thank you for joining in our English instruction for the week of March 23rd, 2020. This week we are going to focus on getting you comfortable with the platform, the Teams platform, and becoming familiar with how virtual school will run on a weekly basis. So the purpose of this screencast is just to kind of give you a tour of what's going to be going on here and how to navigate this platform. This is just kind of what it would look like as you would log in. This is obviously my screen, so it might look a little bit different for you, but this is just a general idea of how it's going to look. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to notice is these four what are called channels on the left-hand side. So first you have general, and then you have attendance, conference requests, and frequently asked questions. So in the general channel is where you're going to find this information. This is where things like the announcements that I've posted will show up. It also has like a general feed of what's going on in the class. Like if I post assignments and whatnot, it'll be uploaded here. The next one is attendance. This is where you are going to come each week to show me that you are present and online and are seeing the materials that are being posted to you. So you are just going to answer this question for week 1, and each week I'm going to post a new question. You would just hit reply right here and I can mark you present. The next thing here is conference request. So I have specific office hours with this new virtual schooling. We have specific office hours that we need to be adhering to. So this is a place for you to request a conference with me. My office hours are from 8:05 to 9:35 a.m. and 12:15 to 1:45 p.m. So you would just hit reply right here to request a conference with me if you wanted to talk about an assignment or something that's going on that you are confused about or what have you. Okay, the next thing here is frequently asked questions. This is just a place for you to post any questions that you would have that might benefit other students. So any questions like how the platform, how to navigate certain areas of the platform, questions about the assignment that you think other students might be having the same questions. The next thing I want to show you is you would go back up to general here. And if you notice, you have quite a few files up here. I'm sorry, not files, tabs up here at the top. So you would have posts, files, class notebook, assignments, and grades. Now, the only one that you're not going to use up here is class notebook, so don't worry about that one at all. The first one here, posts, is just going to be what we just talked about. It's just the posts that are being put up on the feed. The next important thing here is files. So when I click on that, I have this area for class materials. Now, class materials are just things that I upload that are important for you to be looking at. So here I have the syllabus uploaded, and go ahead and take a look at that when you have a chance. It's just the new syllabus for this virtual learning. Next thing here, as I said, we're skipping class notebook. We won't be using that. So assignments. This is where you're going to spend the majority of your time, I would imagine, because this is where we upload the assignments that you guys are going to do. Now, it will show you here things that are assigned, and I would click on that, and I'll just show you what it looks like from your point of view, student view. So it looks something like this. It just says, please view the assignments for week 1 on this document, complete per the instructions. Once you have completed each task, upload it here for grading. Now, when I upload these assignments, I am giving you a set of reference materials here. Reference materials, so things like PowerPoints or any, websites that you need to visit or what have you. But most likely it'll just be a PowerPoint here. And then you also have here your student work. Now, when you click on this, this is actually an editable document. You don't need to download any of the Word documents that are up here. So when you click on it, if it'll ever load, forgive me, the platform is a little slow sometimes. When you click on it, you can actually go in and write on these documents right here. Okay, you can actually write in here. It saves it automatically. You don't need to download anything and re-upload. It'll actually save it, and you would just go through each thing here. Okay, now don't worry, I'm going to go through the first assignment on another video, so don't freak out about that. I would then just click back to get out of that. It saves your progress automatically. And when you go into that, I'm just going to go back to the student view here. Over here, there's going to be a little button that says turn in. Okay, now when you're done with the assignment, you're going to click turn in, and it just comes directly to me to be able to grade it. Okay, the next thing here would be grades. So your grades will show up here, and for me it's going to be a grade book, so I'll have a number of students listed down here. Miss Wood and I were practicing with this so that we could understand how it looks on your end. So you just have each of your assignments here, okay? Now I can tell when you have viewed the assignment. It'll also say not viewed if you have not looked at it yet. Okay, so if you look at it, I know that you saw it and whatnot, and it'll also show me if you started it. When I click here, I can actually open up your work. Okay, so I can see the progress that you've made. Remember that it saves automatically, so if you start on it, then I can also see that as well. The other part here is that once I grade it, I can actually return it to you. So when I open it, I go in there and I can grade it. Okay. Those are the most important parts that you need to kind of be paying attention to. You would go to all teams here, I believe, to access all of your other classes. So this would just be for my class in particular. This will look different for each of your classes because depending on what each of your teachers has done with the online classroom. The other thing that I wanted to go over with you is just the blended learning platforms that we will be using. You are probably familiar with most of them. We're going to be looking at 3 different ones today because these are the main ones that we're going to be using. So to access the blended learning, you would just go to the DCPS website. This is my homepage, so it comes up automatically. But you just type in dcps.org. Okay, you would come here to the homepage here. You would click on popular links. This drop-down menu would show up. You would click on blended learning, and it gives you a list of the different blended learning applications for you to use. Now, the 3 that we will be most using in this virtual school would be Achieve, Common Lit, and My HRW, which is actually your textbook. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a little bit how to access those. I know that we are probably most familiar with Achieve. So I would just click on this and it would automatically do my DCPS login over here. I'm already logged in. So I would just press login, and each week you are assigned a new Achieve article. It will open up on Monday and close on Friday. You cannot make these up. They have to be done that week. Okay, so it's a little bit different from how my class has run, when we were meeting in person, where I would just have them open for the whole quarter. So you do need to be doing those Achieve articles once per week. I'm only assigning 1 a week. Okay, now I will show you what that article is once I upload it to Teams. You can also, it will most likely be in this area here in this front homepage on Achieve. If you cannot find it, it will be up here in My Lessons. So you would just click on My Lessons and it would be there. Okay. The next thing that I want to show you would be Common Lit. So Common Lit is just very similar to Achieve. It's just a little bit more informational text. So this is the first assignment that we are going to be looking at. It's called the Black Death. So when it's already assigned to you, so it should pop up right away. You would just click on it, and once you click on that, you go into the article. Very simple interface, looks very similar to Achieve, but something that might be useful to you would be to do this read aloud. Okay, and this the platform will actually read it aloud to you as you are reading along. That could be useful to you. Okay. The last thing here is the textbook. Now this is the what I would get the most questions on throughout the school year is how to access this. So you just click on this. It'll take you to your DCPS login here. And you would click on Student eBook. Now this is your actual textbook. Okay, you click over here to get through each page. You can also do different page view here if you like it side by side. If you like it just kind of scrolling this way, you can scroll. You also can go to a certain page number up here and just type in. So if I typed in 230, it'll take you to that page. Another way to find what you are looking for, if you go to contents, you would go to read the text. If it would open, but it's not opening. Anyways, you would go through read the text, and you can find the certain contents there as well. It's having a little lag there, so my apologies for that. So those are the three things that we would be most using on the blended learning platform. So I just wanted to kind of show you those. So that concludes the platform introduction video. Remember that we are going to get through this together. I understand that this is all new and this is difficult, but I am here for your support, encouragement, and help. Please reach out if you are feeling overwhelmed. It is okay if you are feeling overwhelmed. I was also feeling overwhelmed at the beginning of this, but I promise that you will get used to it and it'll be a lot easier than you think. Okay. In my next video, I'm going to go through the actual lesson for week 1, so just stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to smile today.